my name is Nkechi. Welcome to Busy Mom Skincare channel. This is a channel that is devoted to helping busy moms to develop a healthy skincare routine. This channel is mostly devoted to helping busy moms to develop practices by sharing tips and hacks that can help them to nourish their skins and actually just better take care of their skins. In today's topic, we're going to be making a simple homemade face mask for dry skin types. So basically, I am actually making this face mask for my daughter, who's a teenager, and she's experiencing a little bit of dry skin. And I think there's also might be an accumulation of dead skin cells there, which is also contributing to the dryness. So I've decided to make this homemade face mask for her. It's going to have 2 or 3 ingredients that you will find naturally lying around in your kitchen, but feel free to tweak it. As I'm making the product, I will be offering other suggestions that you can either add or tweak to just adjust the recipe to suit you. So in a moment, I'm going to take you over to my kitchen where I'm going to make her this lovely, nourishing face mask that I'm gonna actually use myself too. Stay tuned. These are the ingredients that I'm going to be using to make this face mask. So the first ingredient that I'm going to show you is bananas. It's my banana. Bananas are quite moisturizing. They're usually good for people who have dry skin. So that's the reason why I'm choosing to use a banana as the base for this mask. I'm also going to be adding honey, and I'm sure most of you know that honey is quite good for dry skin as well. Honey is actually a really good natural ingredient for skin. So basically, these are the 2 major ingredients that I'm going to be using to make this dry skin mask. So rather than do plain masks, which can be a bit drying, because she already has dry skin, this weekend we're going to, and my skin is actually also tending to be a bit dry, so this weekend we're going to do more of a hydrating, nourishing mask rather than the drying mask like the plain masks, which is what we usually do, but this week we're going to do something different. So the major ingredients that we're going to use are these 2 ingredients, but you can always add other things if you have them, and maybe you can add glycerin to it as well. You can also add like if you have some floral water, it might also really be good to add some rose water in. If you have avocado, a little bit of avocado is also really good. Avocado is actually also a hydrating, can also be used to make hydrating masks for face. What else can you add? If you have some cucumber, you can make some, you can extract the liquid out of the cucumber and also maybe add it here. It's quite a calming, it's very calming, so it's actually very good as well. But for today, this is all I have, and I'm going to make do with this mask with what I have. Oh, if you also have milk is also really good, or yogurt. Actually, yogurt has a better consistency, but I don't have yogurt today, so I will use what I have today to make this mask. So I'm just going to show you. I've written down my recipe. I usually like to write down my recipe. I'll share this with you as well. So the things that I really need to make this mask is I need my scale. Of course I've shown you my ingredients, and I need my beakers, but you don't have to use a beaker. You can just use if you have any glassware, you can use it, or even enamel, or any bowl. It could be plastic as well, or Pyrex, whatever you have available. You can. So I just happen to have this, so I'm going to use them. I have my spatula, which I'm going to be using to mix, but you can of course use a spoon or any other mixing tool that you might have available. Now there's something that I'm going to add to this recipe, which is lactic acid. And I know a lot of people are going to be really wondering why I'm adding lactic acid to it. That's because I really love lactic acid. It helps with exfoliation a lot, and if you know how to use, if you're going to use lactic acid, then you have to be careful, and you have to be able to measure it out exactly, because of course you know that if you use too much of it, you could actually burn your skin. So you just want to be using the right amount, and you want to be sure that you're measuring out the right amount. If you don't have measuring tools, or you have quite sensitive skin and you're not sure about, you know, whether you want to go ahead and use lactic acid, you can substitute lactic acid for yogurt. You can use yogurt instead of lactic acid. But I'm already an experienced engineer, so I'm used to measuring out things, and we do use lactic acid and we're not sensitive to it, so it's okay for me to go ahead and add lactic acid to this formulation. I'm only going to use about 5% of lactic acid in this formulation. I'm not going to use more, and that I know that our skin will be able to tolerate, because we do use lactic acid in our skincare to formulate our skincare you know, exfoliants and all. If you have your measuring tools, but you also want to this is your first time using lactic acid, you might just start by using maybe 1% and then build up from there subsequently until you get up to 5%, just so your skin can get used to it. Our skin is used to it. Actually, we have a toner, the Glow Face Toner, BSN Glow Toner, which has about 10% lactic acid in it, and I use it and my skin is used to it, and so 5% is absolutely not going to be a problem for me. So, and I also have my blender because I need to puree the banana and mix it up properly with the honey. So I have this to blend up my banana and to mix up with my honey. So the first thing I'm going to do is to clean my glassware. So I'm using, this is like a bottle of ethanol. I think it's isopropyl alcohol is 99.9%, which is actually a very good disinfectant. So I use that to clean my glassware. If you don't have it, I think I got this off Amazon. If you go on Amazon and search for isopropyl alcohol, I use it mostly to clean, even to clean my surfaces, because it's very effective for, you know, clean and for reducing germs and just killing germs. It kills up to like 9% of germs, I think. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, but it's a really good disinfectant, you know. So I use that to wipe down my glassware. You don't have to use these. If you could just wash your glassware with soap and water, that would also suffice. That would work as well, but I have it, so I'm just gonna use it anyway. So I just give them a good wipe, make sure they're clean. And then the next thing I'm going to do is to grab a knife and I've already washed my banana, so I am just going to peel it like that. It's quite an overripe banana, so so I just put it inside the blender like that. Some people actually also use the back of the banana, and you know what? I've never tried that before, but I could just add a little bit. I've heard that the skin is also really moisturizing, so I'm gonna add a little bit of the skin in there. And then I'm going to add my honey later. Now I'm going to just turn this into a puree and just whisk it, and I might be adding a little bit of water just to make it into a nice puree. But like I said, if you have something like rose water, you can add it. If you have glycerin, is actually quite thick and syrupy, so something a little bit more less viscous would help with the pureeing. So I'm just going to puree it and come back in a moment to show you what it looks like. So I'm actually done with pureeing the banana, and this is what it looks like. I don't know if you can see. This is the consistency that I got. I didn't actually have to add any water to it. I didn't need to add any water to this at all. I started pureeing it and then I realized that I didn't even need to add any water to it. It was already just the way I wanted it, so there wasn't any need to add any water to this. So according to my recipe, I need this banana is actually going to be the base of this my face mask. So I'm just going to measure out 30 grams of the banana. Yep. So this is about 30. I've got 37 in there. I went over a little bit, but it's okay. So got it down to about 34 now, which is okay, but I actually was going for 30. So I've got it in my beaker. The next thing I'm going to add to it is I'm going to tar that, and then I'm going to add the honey, and I want 7.5 grams of honey in it. So there we go, I add the honey, 7.5. So I've got that in. Now I'm going to carry on just mixing them together. This is what it looks like with the honey. And this is the consistency. I didn't have to add any liquids. It's already the viscosity is already just great for masks, because you know, for face masks you don't want them falling off your face. You want them to be able to stay on your face when you put them there. So you don't want anything too runny, you know, you don't want it too thick as well. So you just want it, you know, just like that yogurt consistency is what you're looking for. Now the next thing that I'm going to add to this recipe is my lactic acid. And remember that I have it here. I got this from a skincare company called Aromantic in the UK, but you can get this from any skincare, any shop that sells skincare ingredients. They will have it. This is 80% lactic acid. That means it has 80% lactic acid in it and 20% water, which is good. So I'm just going to use 5%, and that just means that I'm not actually using 5% of lactic acid, because there's a little bit of this content that is water, so it's going to be about 4 point something. So, well, I'm going to add it anyway because it's 5% I want. So I go in and add 5%. Like I said, if you don't have lactic acid, don't worry. You can just use yogurt. Yogurt will actually make a lovely consistency when you add it to this product, because you know it's not that thick, and yogurt has this nice creamy texture. So you can go ahead and add maybe 5% yogurt instead to your own mask if you're making something like this at home, if you want to make a hydration mask. So the 5% lactic acid has gone in. I give it a whisk. You can see this is what it looks like. It's actually really runny for me. I don't like it because it's going to drip off the face, and I really wouldn't want that. So I'm going to think about a way to thicken this this formula up. I might just add some turmeric powder in it. If I have some dry powder, maybe goat milk powder or any kind of powdery substance, green tea powder, to make it look, you know, to make it a little less runny is what I'm going to go for. I'm going to come back when I've decided what I want to add to this to make the consistency a little bit firmer. Stay tuned.